that he and his campaign were illegally targeted by the Russia investigation. But the Horowitz Inspector General report is not expected to support that claim by the president. Evan Paris, CNN, Washington.
Well, we have a lot to talk about. Joining me now to do that, Kevin Robillard, senior political reporter from the Huffington Post. Kevin, welcome back.
Great to be on.
So let's start here with Lev Parnas, and we're hearing from his attorney the accusation that he actually helped set up these meetings between ranking Republican on House Intel, Devin Nunes, and Viktor Shokin, this former prosecutor general in Ukraine. If it's true, big asterisk there, and I'll save that for our legal expert, frame the significance.
It really puts a significant dent in the Republican defense that's been used this entire week. Because if Devin Nunes is standing there saying this is a conspiracy theory, they're waving out all these ridiculous theories to try to get Trump, but it turns out Nunes was himself involved in what Trump was doing and knew about it. It sort of vastly undercuts everything he said over the past week, which we should note most of what he said over the past week, isn't backed up by any evidence anyway, and is often, conspiracy theories of his own.
Yeah, we got a reminder from Errol Lewis earlier that this happened during the Russia investigation where he said, I have learned something I have to tell the White House about. And he went back to the White House. Turned out that he actually got that from the White House. And that in part was why he was recused from much of what happened with the committee in the Russia investigation. But now we're past this phase of the impeachment inquiry. So what really does it mean? Does it change a mind? Does it change a vote?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say what's going to change minds or change votes. Opinions of this have been pretty well fixed in public opinion polling for a while. Yeah. It'll be somewhat interesting to see sort of what the next round of polling, maybe over the next week or so, says after these hearings have happened. Television ratings for the hearings were fairly high, although not nearly as high as they were for, say, the Watergate hearings, which really did change American public opinion. So it'll be interesting to see if anything does change. Right now, I don't see how this immediately, makes a Republican vote for impeachment or makes a Republican vote to convict in the Senate.
So let's go to the Justice Department Inspector General report, this Horowitz report due out soon. New York Times reports it'll criticize low-level FBI employees as sloppy initially, but will find that there's no political bias in the birth of the Russia investigation. President told Fox News yesterday it's going to be the biggest scandal in American history. What's the potency really of what we're expecting from this report?
I mean, from what we've heard so far, it doesn't seem like the report is going to back up the president's frequent sort of complaint that this was all a hoax, that this was all made up, an attempt to get him. But that doesn't mean the president's not going to take a few details out of this report and try to make that case. I think we can fully expect some all-caps tweets about this report. And look, if that might be what they'll sort of pitch to his base to sort of get them riled up. But again, this is the type of thing where public opinion on a lot of these matters has been really fixed for a long time. I don't see this changing public opinion drastically on it either.
Kevin Robillard, always good to have you, sir.
All right, great to be on.
All right, now let's take a look at the legal